Well, welcome. Today is February 1st. I can't believe how fast time has gone by. So today is Judge McNally. You know he's tough, and when he gets pissed off, it's not a good thing. So let me share my screen and let's get started.
A recovery coach. After I issued this violation, he missed yet another IOP session and he missed a session with his recovery coach.
Oh, Christopher Raymond Walker, 25W727443. I need Beth on this one. Can you tell her to come in?
Yep.
On Walker? Your name, sir?
Christopher Raymond Walker.
Mr. Gaith, your name? So what are we doing here? If you plead guilty, you'd have 4 violations. As I said, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 93 days. Do you understand that? I can't hear you. Did you sign the advice of rights form here today and read it and understand it?
Yeah.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Technically, these could be counted as 2 different technical violations in count 1, but I'll count them as 1 since they've been incorporated. So the charge failed to submit the testing as ordered on September 10 and September 11 of 25. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to submit the testing on those days?
Yes.
As to count 2, you failed to attend IOP as scheduled September the 8, 9, and 11. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to attend on those days?
Yes, sir.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
As someone who was at fault.
These are accepted. What's going on?
Mr. Walker came down with a case of pancreatitis. And he did email Ms. Waters on September 14th. She did reply on the 15th, letting her know that she had already issued the show cause.
Why did he wait until you said the 15th?
He emailed her on the 14th. She replied on the 15th.
Okay.
The same day that the.
Why'd you wait 3 more days if you couldn't appear for testing on September 10 because you had pancreatitis? Why would you wait until the 14th?
He was bedridden, basically, Judge. He couldn't get around at all due to the severity of the condition.
Do you have the note from a doctor?
He did not go see a doctor.
Did not go see a doctor.
Hey,
You're a doctor now? You can diagnose your own medical condition as well as your name?
Goes for prosecution, Your Honor.
What is going on here? Can you tell me? He's saying he had pancreatitis and he speaks quite confidently, but he didn't go to a lawyer. I mean, to a doctor, rather.
Yes, I did ask him for proof of a medical with not any real response after that. I do challenge that. What prompted the chemical test is Mr. Walker's girlfriend's mom, and stepdad came in. They were very alarmed, kind of gravely. I don't know if you know about Mr. Walker's history, or if you remember. I mean, he was intoxicated. Not the last time he was in court, excuse me, but the time before that, pretty high BAC. So what they basically indicated to me was he got off his sober link. He did very well on the sober link. I have to indicate he did very well as far as being timely and blowing zeros. But the moment he was off, he did resume drinking. They were gravely concerned. I went ahead and sent him for that chemical test. Doesn't show. I gave him that evening or the next day to show. Indicates this medical. I do know that his girlfriend's in the court today. She indicated to me that basically what he had advised her was that he wasn't going to go and that he was going to come up with an excuse to avoid the chemical testing. The girlfriend's mom has communicated with me. I think that they're all very, very concerned about his use. I've said this in court before. I think Mr. Walker has a bigger problem than what he's admitting to. No, I don't have any verification that he's laid up in bed. But when I have numerous people coming to me and indicating that he's had to leave IOP due to being intoxicated. He has been laid up on the floor. They've shown me pictures of him intoxicated in the house. I'm concerned for Mr. Walker. I'm very concerned. He didn't go for this test, skipped out on his treatment, and he skipped out on recovery. After a recovery coach, after I issued this violation, he missed yet another IOP session, and he missed a session with his recovery coach.
Oh,
So this violation is mostly in regards to my big concern about Mr. Walker.
does the girlfriend want to come up here and say something?
I would leave that up to her. I think she would. She comes out to the probation department often. If she chooses not to, then I'm gonna be concerned about what she reports to me in the future.
Do you want to come up here?
I've said what I said.
I'd like you to come up here, please. I really would. Nobody is out to hurt Mr. Walker. We're not out there.
Yeah, whatever.
Can you tell me your name?
Alexis Smith,
Did you hear everything Ms. Wilds reported that you and other family members had told her, family members of Mr. Walker?
yes,
Did she correctly quote you? Do you want to ask her any questions, Mr. Gay?
Are those statements still true today?
yes, I am very concerned for Christopher. Oh, I'm very concerned for him. He is just not doing what he's supposed to, and I am caring for our children because he's gonna make us homeless. We paid the rent, and I don't have income. We have another baby on the way that's due just under 90.
That would make 4 children, Judge.
Pardon?
That would make 4 children in total.
The first is with a different relationship, but
He has 2 with you and a third on the way. Yes? Yes? I wish I had more time. I'd make you go in the sobriety court. I can't get you through the program. You've been on probation for 7 months already, 8 months. Young man, how do I put this? If you're going to have children, with it comes an awesome responsibility. It's an obligation that you chose to undertake. I don't know why I hear these kinds of things and hear about parents that don't see their children. I don't get it, never understood it, never will. I don't know why anybody would have a child if they don't think. It's an awesome responsibility that requires their full attention. Four kids, that's a lot of mouths to feed. It's a lot of mouths to feed. If I had 4 kids and I was making $20 an hour, I don't know how much you're making. How much do you make?
Was making almost 19, but I lost my job because
You didn't show up.
I'm an idiot.
$19 an hour is going to get you a pizza every 7 months if you're living in low-cost housing with a beat-up car. And if you're going to do this, you're going to figure out you're going to work 70 hours a week. Because if you're making $19, you can't put clothes in those kids' bags.
I'm pretty good at it.
Not too good, doesn't sound like to me, especially if you give up your booze. What kind of alcohol do you drink?
Not yet.
But he's currently under consideration for employment at two dealerships as a mechanic.
Technician, maybe that's same thing, a little bit more complicated. I'm not just in charge of working on vehicles, I'm in charge of tires and all this stuff too. I'm trying to get it to
No, you're not. You're not going to treatment. You're trying to pull one over our eyes. We're not stupid up here. That's a horrible word to use, stupid. But I get the feeling that, you know, a decent percent think we don't get past fourth grade, like second semester of fourth grade, we were out. You think I was going to buy this nonsense? Pancreatitis? You might have it because you're drinking like a sieve. I don't know what to do with you, but I'm going to make the best call that I see. Where's Woodhaven sending their prisoners now? Lisa, for the most part.
I believe they go downtown unless it's a real short day.
Are you researching dental implants?
How often am I having them test now?
Aaron, I'm gonna have to double check, Aaron. I do believe we have them on a weekly basis. I'm gonna double check. Yes, he's calling Lavender on a weekly basis.
I was lying.
I would have to check and see if we switched. If he was lying and he's being honest, Your Honor, that would be my correction.
She took me out the soda link and I was lying.
We did reduce him, and now that he just indicated we took him off the sober link and you had ordered it, it could be reduced.
Once every 2 weeks?
Test once weekly until 9/1/25, then bi-weekly for 4 months, and then monthly thereafter. That was at the last violation.
I'm not going to assess any costs. Have I let everybody finish over here?
We have nothing to do with that.
And I want to point out before I go any further, obviously your girlfriend cares about you. This is a really brave thing for you to do.
I don't want to go to jail.
I know you don't.
I don't know what to do anymore.
I know what to do. Sometimes I have to do things I don't have to do. I sent somebody to jail yesterday for 5 days and thought about it all night. You got to go to jail today, son. You're going for 6 days and you're going to be on a SoberLink device within 24 hours of your release from custody. You're going to test weekly until December 31 and then bi-weekly. So the minute you get out of jail, you need to go over and get a SoberLink device. You're going to test weekly until December 31, then bi-weekly, not assessing costs. How many months, when's this probation scheduled?
For judgment hearing right now is January 20 of 26, Your Honor. He's got some.
Let's keep it there for now. You got to get your act together right now before it's too late.
I'm trying to.
You're going to die.
Well, now I'm gonna go to jail and it's just.
Well, that's too bad. You deserve to go to jail. You sat and lied to me. You didn't have to come and tell me this. Have a seat. I don't want to hear it. Good luck.
Hey, thanks for watching.
I mean, I'm not blaming you. I'm just telling you, I'm not taking. Destiny Danye Henry, 25W83780.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mike Hill Crawford, representing Ms. Hinton, who's approaching.
I have not done this in years, but I cannot take this go for this plea. I'm not gonna do it. Your name? I want to make sure I got this straight.
Yes, you are.
Domestic violence charge, Haida, in front of Judge Hess.
Correct.
Sentenced, no contact provision. Goes and ends up having a reasonable, has some kind of a discussion with the victim. Kicks the car door, damages the car. Sounded like a significant amount of damage. I tell you guys I won't take Haida. Then you come back with 771.1. And now you're going to have me take a plea to a municipal civil infraction.
What's really going on with the government's tariff policy? I'm recording this message from the epicenter of America's new economic transformation. Just beyond that stretch of coastline lies Mar-a-Lago, the Florida retreat where decisions are being made. This isn't.
I mean, I'm not blaming you. I'm just telling you, I'm not taking it. I will not take this unless there's a valid reason for it. What's the valid reason? Is she running for Congress? I mean, I'm dead serious about this. What?
The whole nature of.
She already pled to destruction of property. And then we go back to 771. And I can't even. I'm not even sure I'm able to. Yeah. What is going on?
Well, the prosecutor and his officer went to great pains and stakes to try to find the best appropriate one that they
Get
could.
the prosecutor and the lieutenant in here, please. My Lord. And the lieutenant. Yes. I just feel like sometimes, and I don't want to be the bearer of bad news on this one because I see it all the time. Where's the accountability of anything anymore? She violates a judge's no contact there. Guys, I got to see you both in here, Lieutenant, and you guys, can I have your names, please?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. This is William. I mean, happen to see Woodhaven.
Lieutenant Toller, David.
Guys, what do you think? Does anybody have any clue what I'm thinking? I want to tell you how I'm feeling. I take this young lady's plea. I read the report. I'm aware of the fact that she pleads to Haida under 7694A. I'm sorry. Yeah, it takes a Haida plea, I should say, on the domestic. Goes in front of Judge Hess. He's ordered not to have contact. Has contact with the victim. Sounds like it was a mutual thing. He wasn't innocent in all this, but as you know, I don't order victims not to have contact. I have no authority to do that. They get into a dispute. She kicks his car. I take a plea under Haida, unbeknownst to me at the time, that she just pled on a domestic in front of Judge Hessen for Haida. I send it back saying I'm not taking Haida. You send it back saying take it under 771. And now you guys are sending me a municipal civil infraction?
If I can speak to that.
I want to hear it. I got to tell you, I try not to get involved in what you guys do. I bite my tongue up here all the time on both sides. This is ridiculous. So yes, I'd love to hear it.
Your Honor, to begin with, I believe the court was concerned about accountability. The people believe that given the fact that she is on an active probation with Judge Michael, there may or may not be some form of a violation of probation, not required to be triggered by a conviction, but simply the contact issue. The second feature that developed.
There is no conviction now if I take this plea.
Correct.
There's a conviction for nothing.
And there wouldn't need be at a violation of probation hearing. The contact is a violation of probation in and of itself. As in real time this matter was developing, we tried to reach the victim again. So he has been hailed by the probation department and by us and has been non-responsive. These young people have an ongoing custody issue before the front of the court in the Third Circuit. This young lady, as I understand it, is well employed at a call center, I believe. And obviously, the court has all the discretion to disagree with the people, but I believe that given the complexion of things as they develop, specifically with respect to the, what's the word I want, inactivity or incuriosity of the victim in trying to shepherd this case, I believe that this was a reasonable outcome. Thank you, Judge.
And Your Honor, we obviously respect your concern for the violation of the first order, but as counsel stated, my thought process was similar. If Judge Heston has an issue with it, she can be held accountable for that violation before that court, not be penalized here in a separate subsequent case.
Guys. I must be missing something. So because I say I can't take this under HIDA, and I'm not going to because it was a domestic dispute, and she just pled guilty to and been sentenced on a domestic dispute a month earlier. And then you guys sent in the 771, and now you want to tell me Judge Heston can revoke. Judge Heston can take steps on her case. Number one, I don't care what people do. I made that abundantly clear. I don't think we treat people better. Call center, great. Lawyers, doctors, dentists, priests. I don't think we treat anybody differently based on who they are, what they do, who they know, or how much money they make. And I've said that for 30 years, and I believe it. So let's throw out the employment thing. Let's not talk about her employment. Let's talk about something called justice. Let's talk about something called justice. Let's talk about something that has to do with holding people accountable, giving them breaks when they're deserved. And everybody deserves second chances. But not in this scenario. I find this to be, first of all, let's just call it the way it is. Judges are not really legally authorized to tell people that they're not going to do something that the prosecutors are off. This used to drive me crazy when I was a young judge. Still bothers me a lot. Because there's no justice being served here. I just want you to know that's my feeling. And when I'm done doing this, I'm going to take this plea. I'm going to take your plea, man. You're going to walk out of here with something that is 99.8% better than what they offered you 2-3 weeks ago when you pled to malicious destruction of property. And the only one that called it was me.
Should these
because it isn't right. It's not right. I don't care what anybody. You could line up 150 prosecutors, they could all agree with him. 8,000 defense lawyers, line them up, they could all agree with him. I'm still going to be the one to say this is wrong. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. The idea that Judge Heston can or cannot do something or should or shouldn't do something is part of this agreement I find to be hogwash. But the thing about me is I'm not going to overstep my bounds. At least I do my level best every day I come in here to not overstep my bounds. I think this is ridiculous. I'm just telling you. You have a deep problem going on right now. And that deep problem consists of, for whatever reason, a lack of respect for the judicial system. And it's cases like this that make me say, gosh, I can understand somebody thinking this is nonsense. I just can't. Now you're going to walk out of here in great shape, and the only thing is you had to listen to an old guy talk to you and call your case 4 times today. I do. I just want to go on record and say I don't agree with this. I don't think it's right. And if somebody gets hurt in this, the blood's going to be on somebody else's hands. That being said, you're recommending a fine of $150 under 94-2. I think I have absolutely pretty much no authority, although I just don't believe in the logical nature of your argument, Mr. Urick, but nonetheless, I'm going to take that plea, municipal civil infraction 94-2. What is it called again?
It's misuse of streets and sidewalks, Judge.
Misuse of streets and sidewalks. Now forgive me, I got to laugh. Did she spit on the sidewalk? I don't want to talk about it. I mean, I feel like I got to go take a shower after just even presiding over this case and take a plea to the charge of misuse of streets and sidewalks. How do you plead? Responsible? So she kicked the hell out of the guy's car. He's not here. He didn't show up for restitution. Original charge is dismissed. Motion to the prosecutor. Agreement of the defense. Ma'am, go down the hall and pay your $150. And consider yourself, you should probably go buy a lottery ticket or 49 of them right now. Have a nice day.
Hey, thanks for watching.
It tells me a little bit. You got something going on up there we got to fix. Do we understand one another? Good morning. I called Anthony Urso. Sir, your name.
Attorney Mike Baldwin, House Counsel, P 65417, on behalf of Mr. Oso.
Sir, your name.
Anthony Urso, Your Honor.
All right, sir.
Judge, today is the date and time set for sentencing. Just bear with me here while I pull up my report. We have gone over the pre-sentence investigation report. Judge, we announced that there are no deletions, corrections, errors, or omissions in this report, Judge. We're asking the court to adopt the recommendation. I believe this was taken under the deferral statute related to A and B. And he is gainfully employed as a laborer. He has no marked past criminal history. He's in good health. He's not on meds. So I'm asking the court to allow him an opportunity to show the court throughout the probationary period that he can satisfy the terms and conditions and be afforded the opportunity for dismissal.
Sure, I'm Michael Anitsberger here. Michael Anitsberger, either here or
here.
Come on up here, sir. Yeah. John, go help him, will you, please?
All right. You want us to stay here or sit down?
No, you're good. What's your name, sir?
Michael Thomas Anitsberger.
I'm glad you came. I'm going to come back and ask you if you have anything to say here momentarily. Is there anything else that you would like to say, Mr. Ball?
Yes, this was a bond condition for my client not to have contact with this person. And I have reason to believe that my client would like an opportunity to apologize on the record in open court when he did not want to violate his bond condition by having contact with him. Is that correct?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I don't have a problem.
Go ahead and apologize.
I would like to apologize to you, Michael, for what I did on the incident of the day.
What did you do?
I slapped you in the face. It wasn't right of me to do that. and I wasn't thinking he's very, I hope he's fitting.
Would you like to say anything, Mr. Ansberger?
Yeah, I think he's somewhat a little bit dangerous. There was absolutely no reason for this, and I probably would have let it go, but after he so-called slapped me, which was more like a punch because I've got black and blue marks of pictures that I can show you, and also I was watched for a possible brain bleed because I'm on blood thinners, okay? But he just took off, he jumped in the car, rolled the window up, threw my bag, I carried my stuff in, out and took off. Now, he would have come around, said, hey, I'm sorry, would have been a different story. This man has a pistol, okay? Legally, whatever. I just think he's a little bit dangerous. And flies off the handle. This is not the first time. He trashed my office once. He didn't like the work or what. I'm giving him, his two other brothers, jobs and all that. We have stuff still missing. Can't say it was stolen, but it's gone when I had it, when he was working. That's about it.
Anything else?
No, that's it. I'm a pretty easy guy to deal with. I was a probation officer for 20 years myself.
Where?
In Livonia.
Judge McGann and Brzezinski?
Brzezinski.
Very good men. Very good, very, very, very good men. Very good judges.
Very well known in different facets of the legal system, so
Well, I'm glad you came. Is there anything else you want to say, Mr. Russo?
Ma'am, Your Honor, we're asking for HIDA. HIDA requires that the individual make an admission and that.
You already, the prosecutor already agreed, right?
I agree. The point that I'm trying to make is my client has some work to do to earn this HIDA. And that is what this court orders him to do. And I trust anger management or a component thereof will be a part of that HIDA process to further assist my client as a younger individual in how to handle his matters when he's socially interacting with other people.
I don't know how to put this delicately. I don't know if I'm capable sometimes of putting things delicately. He just struck a man in a wheelchair. That's so demeaning. So demeaning. It doesn't take much of a man to do that. I say it sometimes in here, and I don't care who thinks what about it. It would be an interesting scenario if anybody who's ever charged with domestic violence or aggravated assault or assault and battery went and picked on one of the MMA guys or somebody who's 6'4", 262 pounds that plays linebacker for a professional football team. And this just this agitates me because you took advantage of a situation. And if he was 6'4", 262 pounds, I doubt you would have slapped him, especially if he wasn't in a wheelchair. So you better take a good long look at where you're going. I appreciate the fact that you don't have a criminal history. I believe what he told me. He's expressed concerns, and I share those concerns. 12 months probation. I'll take it under HIDA. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court to violate the law. You can change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number. You must notify probation. You have to report as directed. I'm ordered to attend an anger management program with 8-week follow-up. You're to attend that, complete that. You're not down. 32823 4th Street in Rockford. You're not to have any contact with Michael Ansberger. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email, or communicate with him or have anybody else do any of those things for you or on your behalf. You're not to possess any firearms. You're not to possess dangerous weapons. If you have any firearms, he just said you did, or to surrender them immediately. And go talk to the prosecutor in Rockwood. He's here still, and the lieutenant, and tell them when you're going to surrender the firearms and how you're going to go about it. Do you understand that?
I already surrendered when I was given the first court date.
Okay, where are they now?
They're in either Rockwood or the ball.
Okay. All right. No firearms, no dangerous weapons, no contact. Don't go back to 328-234 in Rockwood. Anger management with 8-week follow-up, 3 days court work. There's $35 a day charge for that for a total of $105. Fines are $100, costs are $125, $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, $350. Screening fees $60 for $410. You have probation fees of $240 for $650, attorney fees of $40 for $690, plus you have court work program fees of $105. The total fines and costs are $795. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 93 days. You have 21 days to appeal. You have 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. I'm going to give you a review hearing date. I expect you to stay on the straight and narrow. When I read he was in a wheelchair, I thought that was not good. It's not that I condone in any way assaults of any kind, but you start assaulting people in wheelchairs, it tells me a little bit. You got something going on up there we got to fix. Do we understand one another?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll take a review hearing date, Lisa, please.
August 27th at 9:00.
August the 27th of 26 at 9 a.m. Do you have all this money to pay or do you need time?
I have a small note today.
There's no restitution, right, sir? Everything was covered?
Yes.
$200 now, and you make $500 a week. I'll let you pay $75 bi-weekly, and I'll start that beginning on September the 19th. If you need more time, no problem. You call the court, we'll go on Zoom on or before due date, or you can walk in here, and I'll be glad to talk to you on or before due date and give you an extension. Just don't ignore me. You're going to go down the hall. You're going to get your paper notice. You're going to go over to probation after you pay your $200 too. You're going to go over to probation, and then you are going to be instructed. Any questions?
No.
Thank you. Good luck. People against. Thank you, Mr. Annisberger.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching.
For anyone with a
I'm not going to treat you worse, but you will pay for every nickel that the courts incurred and interpreted. David Istelart Gonzalez, 25W86565.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael, representing the defendant stands to my right.
Name.
David Istelart Gonzalez.
Your name.
Mauricio Fernandez de Cordova, Your Honor.
And you are a certified interpreter in Spanish, correct?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay. And your name, Mr. Lucas?
My name is Carl Lucas.
What did you tell me when you came in the courtroom and I asked who you were?
Was an interpreter for this case, Your Honor, of the Mr. Gonzalez program. He doesn't really get me. But he, I call it interpreter tonight. But yeah, the request was for the first appearance.
Did you tell him that? Yes?
Yes.
You told me you needed an interpreter.
Yes, I can answer them all.
The whole courthouse has been telling me that you were capable of carrying on conversation with them. I don't know why you're smiling. No. When it's your turn to talk, I'll tell you. The entire courthouse has been telling me for weeks that you're able to converse in English. You told me you needed an interpreter. You want to play a game? I'll somehow figure out a way to give you permission to put a badminton court out back here. And you got to play out there. Go have fun. You don't bring interpreters in here because you want to be a wise guy. You don't come into a courthouse and act like you need an interpreter when you don't need an interpreter. You got it? You got it? How disrespectful. How incredibly misleading and disrespectful, Mr. Lark. You know the good news about this? This upsets me. I'm not going to treat you worse, but you will pay for every nickel that the court's incurred and interpreted. Do you understand? You want to play another game? Figure out how much his fee is going to be today, and I release the interpreter. Release, please. I want that included as well. You guys take your time. Go back his sheet, go over the report. Maybe there's some kind of an explanation that he's been taking English classes since the time he was arraigned back in July, and suddenly, he's capable of speaking English. Maybe there's some kind of an explanation for all of this. I sure hope so. You've been a smug guy with me from the beginnings, Dallas. You want to be smug? You can be smug. This is not the place to be smug. This is serious business. This is very serious business. Go out. You still look like you're smiling to me, and I just can't even imagine. I cannot even imagine somebody looking smugly at the judge with a smile on your face after the judge just discovered, after bringing in interpreter after interpreter, that suddenly you wise up and you admit that you can speak English. I watched him say, "Follow me," and you didn't even hesitate. My court officer here, half an hour ago, 20 minutes ago, were you in the courtroom? He said that, and it was abundantly clear, but it's been kind of clear before. But see, I find it so outrageous and outlandish that somebody would look a judge in the eye and tell them they need an interpreter if they don't need an interpreter. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you got a lot of money too, because these interpreter fees, they're not charging $22.12 an hour. We'll talk to him, Mr. Crawford. Sir, you're released. Thank you very much. My sincere apology that somebody forced us to contact you and bring you in here when you had nothing to be here for. Go take your time. Here, give him this, please. I need to get off of this bench right now. Keep smiling, Mr. Istelar. Keep smiling. I hope you're enjoying yourself. People against David Istelar Gonzalez, 25W836565.
Morning, Your Honor. Michael Crawford, actually, the defendant. Sir, please state your name for the record.
Name. Your client pled to attempt MDOP back on August the 6th. The prosecutor dismissed the malicious destruction of property charge. I ordered a pre-sentence report. Have you had the opportunity to review the report with them, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletion?
I've had the opportunity to review the report with my client, Your Honor, and there are no material additions or deletions that we requested at the time. I find that we can apply this recommendation, and we ask the court to adopt it.
Mr. Lucas, your name?
My name is Carl Lucas.
All right, so I'm gonna listen to what they have to say. They're urging me to adopt the recommendation. I'm gonna go on to Mr. Istelart Gonzalez. And then I'm gonna ask you if you have anything to say, okay?
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
would you like to say anything?
Oh, you're speaking to me?
No, I'm asking Mr. Istelart Gonzalez.
Thank you, sir.
Is there anything you would like to say, Mr. Lucas?
I did submit a letter to the court demonstrating the damages that were done to my vehicle, and I paid to have those corrected. I just want reimbursement.
How much were the interpreter fees, Lisa? And I want you to estimate how much we're gonna pay that gentleman today. I think it was $160 an hour. I don't know.
They charge $160 an hour with a 2-hour minimum and an $80 travel fee.
So that's $400 on my math.
Yeah, he's been here 3 times, so I figured it to be $1,200.
$15 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You change your address, your place of employment, your home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. You're to attend the anger management program with follow-up. You're to obtain and maintain employment, provide proof. I see that you are working, making $2,000 a week. You're not to have any contact with the victim, Carl Lucas. You cannot write, phone, seek, text, email, or communicate with him in any way or have anybody else do any of those things for you on your behalf. You're not to possess firearms. You're not to possess dangerous weapons. You're to serve 4 days on the court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that for a total of $140. You're to pay fines $100, costs $100, $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So fines and costs are $325. You have probation fees of $300, bring the total to $625. You have attorney fees in this case of $100, bringing the total. Let me just do my math here again. $325, $625, $725. You have court work program fees of $140 for a total of $865. I want to make sure that I'm getting the fees right, Lisa. You're to pay restitution through the court to the victim, Mr. Lucas. You're to pay through the court in the amount of $1,265.50.
These transforming glasses automatically.
That brings your total to $2,130.50. You're to pay interpreter fees of $1,200. Your total here amounts to $3,330.50. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 45 days. You have 21 days to appeal. You have 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. If you violate, you're going to get 45 days, or you can get 45 days. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you have all of this to pay?
That I would be in pay what?
I'm not going to be very patient with you. Okay? How much do you have today?
$100.
I'm sorry?
$100.
You make $2,000 and you're single every week and you don't have more than $100?
That's the relatives outside.
I hope you've enjoyed this little experience. I cannot believe you did this. I know you're sitting there smirking again.
It's not going to be.
Pardon me?
It's not going to be.
Go ahead and appeal. And I hope the record's abundantly clear. Because you've had fun in the system. You have no respect for the system. Go ahead and appeal. Like I'm afraid. Give me a break. Go ahead and laugh all you want. You're going to pay $100 a week. And if you need more time, you're going to have to come in here and talk to me. Okay? Let's all have a good laugh. Let's all have a good laugh with Mr. Installart Gonzalez. Beginning September 15th. $100 a week. He thinks he's funny, huh? You better show up for everything, Mr. Gonzalez. You don't, you go to jail. That'll be funny, huh? Have a great day.
Your Honor, just to be clear, his first $100 payment is due today, correct?
Yes.
So they're gonna accept check
Yeah, we'll accept the check
or credit card.
or credit card, whatever you want. You get points.
Look at your card, look at it.
See what? What did he say, Mr. Crawford?
What you say, Mr. Esquire?
Come on back here.
Come on back here.
That's what I said.
You're not gonna see me in court.
Oh, no.
No, you get to go in front of another judge and play with them for a while. How's that? Enjoy your journey through the criminal justice system.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Never ever sue the
No wonder you're getting in so much trouble. How can you eat if you don't work? Somebody's got to let me in on these secrets. How do you get to eat if you don't work? How do you put a roof over? Qual Orion Nolan, 25B148261. Mr. Nolan, your name?
Jake Will.
How old are you, Mr. Nolan?
22.
Okay. You staying out of trouble?
Yes, I counsel.
Counsel, does he stay in mute, wait formal reading?
He does, Judge.
And
We
then-
have to be on behalf of Mr. Nolan.
And then he's gonna plead to suspend, right?
Yes, Judge.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
If you do that, possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 93 days jail, costs are all those 2 points. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign, read, and understand and advice of rights?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights. There will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
To the charge driving on a suspended, how do you plead? Were you operating a motor vehicle on Gibraltar near Allen and Woodhaven and Brownstown, May 31 of 25?
Yes.
Was your license suspended, revoked, or denied?
Suspended.
Are you on probation or parole?
Yes.
For what? Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
By pleading guilty here, I want you to understand this would be deemed a violation of that probation or parole. That probation or parole could be revoked. You could be in prison on that charge as a result of this plea and conviction. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Please accept it. I've never, you know how many warrants you got?
I'm trying to take care of one.
You're not trying to take care of
I
it.
just got out of jail, Frank.
I hope you have some money to pay, because I am not giving you a payment plan and letting you walk out when you have somewhere in the neighborhood. I don't even know if I can count this high. He's got to have 40 warrants on here.
Your Honor, so I guess there was a ticket he had before Judge Heston. I guess he got time served on that ticket. I don't know if you know.
Good for her. That's nice of her. But time served.
I'm not sure of the facts of that situation, Your Honor.
Judge, he had multiple cases. He just saw her recently while he was in custody.
I get it.
And Your Honor, I would say he's gonna be monitored,
right? I mean, I know the court may not want to go if he can't pay anything today, but he's on felony probation, so he's definitely.
Well, I didn't say anything about placing him on probation. I can't look at a guy with 40 warrants and think that he's coming back here to pay.
He will.
Oh, I'm sure. He's thumbed his nose at all these other judges and somehow I'm so special.
I'm trying to.
He'll come back.
Trying to take care of all of them while I was incarcerated, but they denied all of them out of the people I'm with.
Who did?
36 district.
That's where the majority of them tickets come from.
You want me to
Probably
really,
want him to come.
you want me to really go through these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody acts like it's okay to abscond on the 36th. You know that? Everybody acts like it's okay to abscond on the 36th district court. Like there's some, well, that's okay. It's just 36. I don't get it. Detroit, you live in Detroit. That's close to you in Detroit. Right?
Yes, sir.
Well, why didn't you go over there? Of course they're not going to be nice. Look at this. You got 13 warrants other than Detroit.
Judge, he spent 90 days in jail. I know it was for an unrelated matter, but I would ask if the court could take that into consideration. I believe he'll come back and pay, Your Honor.
Where do you work?
I just was recently incarcerated, so I'm trying to find a job.
Where were you working before you were incarcerated?
I wasn't working.
Why? Why? How old are you? You're 22?
Yes, sir.
You made up your decision to retire at 22. I love it.
I was
Well, why weren't you working?
trying to find a new job.
When did you last work anywhere and where were you working and how much did you get paid?
Last time I had a job, I was working at MJR.
And how many years ago was that?
Like 2, 3.
Longer than that, wasn't it?
About 3, 4 years ago.
What have you been doing? No wonder you're getting in so much trouble. How can you eat if you don't work? Somebody's got to let me in on these secrets. How do you get to eat if you don't work? How do you put a roof over your head if you don't work? How do you put gas in a car if you don't work? How do you pay for a car? How do you pay for clothes? How do you do anything?
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. And what kind of an entrepreneur are you? Tell me, what kind of an entrepreneur are you? Now listen, are we going to just kid one another or you want to just have a conversation here? It's time to grow up, entrepreneur. What are you talking about? What kind of an entrepreneur are you?
Man, I know how to work on cars and stuff like that too, so that's what I've been doing.
The government is banning these 20.
They don't believe that's just on you.
Are you licensed? What did he say? What'd you just say?
I said, if you don't believe me, then that's just on you.
That's on me? Is that what you said?
Yeah, if you don't believe it. I'm not trying to be rude. Not really too much I can do.
Well, you didn't tell me anything about working on cars. You said the last time you worked was at MJR. Did I misunderstand you? And that was 3 or 4 years ago. And then I asked you how you eat, and you said you work on cars. How much did you make working on cars, say, in the 1 year before you went into prison?
Like 4 years?
Yeah.
I wanted to say,
More than 5,000?
yeah, yes.
Do you have your own garage?
I got my own set of tools.
Are you a licensed mechanic?
I went to the military career training facility at high school.
Are you a licensed mechanic?
No, sir.
Your Honor, again, he did just spend 90 days in jail.
I get it. I'm just trying to make him understand. That's all. I'm not trying to be a tough guy here. I just don't understand. You got to rethink your direction in your life. You really do. Who's this with you? Pretty girl. You know what happens? I gotta tell you a secret. Pretty girls don't want to hang out with guys that don't have money and don't work and get themselves in trouble all the time. So you might want to give that some food for thought. I'm gonna let you go. I don't see any reason to belabor this. I don't think you're gonna listen to one thing I said, and I think you're gonna go on and continue to act like you have. I hope I'm wrong. It's one of those situations I want to be wrong in. But you cannot go through life, and I don't understand this kind of thing. I see it every day. I just don't understand how you'll feel like 5,000% better about yourself if you're working and earning a paycheck. Do you know what I mean? You really will. I mean, I don't know what you do all day. I don't want to know. I don't need to know. But what do you do all day when you're not working? I don't understand it. I'm simply going to, that's all right. You got other fish to fry here. And you did right. I see you wrote a plea by mail. I tried to put you in front of the camera. So I want you to understand, this is the beauty of the system. Listen to me. Listen to me. Just listen a second. We tried to get you in front of the camera. Defendant not put in front of camera, I wrote down July 3rd.
That was the jail.
I know. It was the jail's fault. And I probably would have given you credit for time served then. And because you showed up today doesn't mean, and because this county didn't put you in front of the camera isn't your fault. I'm not going to penalize you for that. I have plenty of reasons to be a tough guy and give you time to go to jail here and sit there for 60 or 70 days. Because you don't respect the system. You really don't. You're not going to. I'm not going to be a tough guy. I might talk a little tough, because sometimes, some way, I want to get letters like I got and saying, Judge, you turned my life around, like I got a couple of weeks ago from people that were in front of me 15 years ago. Maybe, just maybe, you're going to be one of those long after I'm gone from here. Write me a letter, sending it to the court saying, give this to McNally. He at least said some things to me that made me think twice, and I at least went out and made a living. I'm just telling you. This thing called life goes awful quick. You're hanging out on the streets. You're up to no good. You're not working. You're up to no good. You know what I know. Just that simple. But I'm not going to sit here and chastise you anymore. 100 fines, 200 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 4 1/4 or 30 days, credit 30, case closed. I hope you think about what I'm saying, though. You'll feel so much better about yourself if you're working. We have this thing called self-esteem, and all of us need to boost it for ourselves. Good luck to you. I really wish you well. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I just hope you'll think. You seem like a nice kid who just doesn't respect authority. I'd encourage you to work on that one, too. Good luck.
Hey, thanks for watching.
I don't know what I have said or other judges. I'm not overruling any other judges. Let me be clear. Elias David Caballero, 25T646339.
I take this one, my leg hurts. I take this one. Still hurt?
What's that?
It's good, right?
Your name?
Elias David Caballero.
Pled guilty yesterday to disorderly person. I set the sentence for today. I set a bond. You have the right to an attorney. I'll be happy to provide you with one at public expense. You waived it repeatedly yesterday. That doesn't mean that you need to waive it today. Would you like a lawyer to represent you?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have anything you would like to say?
I'm sorry for my negative impact on the community, Your Honor.
What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't understand. Give me a probation.
I sit down, my leg hurts. I got torn meniscus from wrestling.
Sit down. No problem. What am I gonna do with you?
I wish you could still send me to the Marines, but that's not an option anymore, is it?
I can't order somebody into the armed services. You can join the Marines or talk to a recruiter. I can't do that.
When did they change that law?
What am I gonna do with you?
Your Honor, I'm medication compliant now. You can call the Trenton Police Department and ask them about my behavior. And I'd like to go back to my mother's. I'd like to go back, go stay with my father or my grandparents, but I think they've all had enough of me. So I don't know what you are to do. I'm not a judge. That's you, that's not me.
Do you live in Dundee?
No, sir.
Where do you live now?
5109 Lathrop Street, Trenton, Michigan, 48183.
Who do you live with?
My mother and my brother.
Wasn't there something where your mom didn't want you back at the residence? Am I misunderstanding?
Well, Your Honor, I ended up being responsible to loitering. My mother has never stated to me, never made any statements to me that I am not allowed to be.
Has any judge ordered you not to return there? I'm including myself. I might have. You've been in front of us so much over here, it seems like.
I don't know. I don't got all my paperwork. The only places I know that I'm trespassed from the city of Trenton is Taco Bell, Captain's Barbershop, Trenton Engine Plant. I don't know if I'm trespassed from any other place. My mother has told me that I'm not trespassed. And if there is a no contact order, I asked for it to be changed to no abusive contact.
Hang on a second. I didn't make any bond condition on this case. The only bond condition I set was you could not leave the state, you couldn't violate a law, and you must appear in court as directed. That's the only bond condition that I set on this case. I don't know what I have set or other judges. I'm not overruling any other judges. Let me be clear. Lisa, do you read? She's not out there, right? No. Yeah, call her. When's the last time you saw a mental health professional?
Less than a week ago.
Is it helping?
Medication?
Well, I mean, you got to.
Sorry for jumping on you, Your Honor, but I have an appointment for Team Wellness downriver, and unfortunately, I either miss or I'm not going to be able to make.
You got a case the 23rd for urinating on Mother Mary statute. You got a case in front of Judge Hessen from either the day after that or maybe 2 days after that. I don't know what that offense date was. Lisa, do you know of any case, and I'm cautioning Mr. Caballero here, I seem to remember that there was a case where he couldn't return back to his mother's residence on Lathrop. But I'm just asking, do you know if that's a fact or not?
Yes, there was a case, but I believe it's now closed.
Was that in front of Judge Hessen?
I thought it was in front of you, but I can look through them real quick.
Please.
Is it 5109 Lathrop?
Yes.
Okay, there was a trespassing charge, April 28th to 25 out of Trenton. It was dismissed on July 17th.
And that was in front of me?
That was in front of you.
And what did they plead it to? Or was it
They
just?
didn't. It was a dismissal.
When were you taken into custody by the Trenton Police Department?
Last night, yesterday.
Judge, there was another one in front of Judge Hessen, July of 25. That one was reduced to a civil infraction, but it also had a do not enter 5109 Lathrop.
Yeah, but it's extinguished now.
Correct,
right?
yeah, yeah.
I don't understand. I just don't know what to do with you anymore. I'm just telling you, I don't know what to do with you anymore. There's no answers. 12 months probation, you cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. You're not to enter or go near 2675 3rd Street in St. Joe's. You're to attend mental health treatment and provide proof. Fines 100, costs 100, 75 victim's rights fee, $50 justice assessment, $240 in probation fees. Totals 565, 7 days jail, credit 1, serve 6 more. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. I'll let you pay this at the rate of $50 bi-weekly. I won't start that until October 31st. If you ever need more time, you come and talk to me. I'll be glad to give you an extension. So you're going to serve 6 more days. You're going to pay $50 bi-weekly starting October 31. You have to provide proof of continued mental health treatment, and you stay away from St. Joe's. And that is just so disrespectful. Yes, sir.
Could you call could you call?
He'll let you make a call. I'm not making any calls. I got enough going
I
on.
take the ramp down, I got a bum knee.
What's that?
I take the handicap ramp down, I got a bum knee.
Yeah, you take the handicap. No, I could care less. Please stay out of trouble. Straighten out your life.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, thanks for.
Just wait. Please.
Not fair.
Ma'am, now listen to me. You're not going to interrupt me. You're not going to tell me what's fair and not fair. Now, I asked him a question. He's answering the question. Will you please just refrain? Owners Management versus Justice Spicer, 250-2423.
Morning, Your Honor. Attorney David Leonard, number 67994 on behalf of Owners Management.
Your name, ma'am?
Justice Spicer?
All right. You ready to proceed?
Yes.
No resolution?
No, Your Honor, we tried to get an offer of Ms. Spicer, because she chose not to accept it, so.
Okay, good enough. You wish to give an opening statement?
Just briefly, Your Honor, I believe that after all the evidence is shown today, there'll be more than enough evidence to terminate Ms. Spicer's lease. Over the course of her tenancy, it's our contention that she's violated the terms of release 3 times. Two most recent ones are more serious in nature. And then for the testimony, we're going to ask that her tenancy be terminated because of those breaches of the lease.
All right. Ma'am, do you wish to give an opening statement where you tell me your theories about the case?
Just like I
I'm
told
just going to ask you to stand up if you would, please.
Just like I told him, there was a situation where my cousin was getting bullied by this girl here on that links in the complex, and the girl actually physically hit my cousin and gave her a black eye, sent her to the hospital, and that is why me and the girl Sierra even had a dispute in the first place. Nothing ever got physical. We had a verbal disagreement. I don't know what they're talking about with a knife and hitting a door or whatever they're talking about, but that never happened. I do take accountability for getting in an argument with her, but it was an argument that got dropped, and we're cool now.
What are your other theories, Mr. Lechner?
Like, I'm not only.
Wait 1 second. Tell me what your theories are. You said violations of the lease rules. What violations?
Yes, Your Honor. Violation, so according to the lease under tenant and guest conduct that will be admitted in the testimony, admitted as evidence, residents and guests are not permitted to engage in, participate in, or conduct activities which interfere with the quiet, peaceful enjoyment of the property of other residents. We'll have testimony and evidence showing that Ms. Spicer egged another tenant's car in April of this year.
That tenant was the girl I got.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait
But
a
I did
minute.
not.
Wait a minute. Just wait,
It's
please.
not fair.
Ma'am, now listen to me. You're not going to interrupt me. You're not going to tell me what's fair and not fair. Now, I asked him a question. He's answering the question. Will you please just refrain? I'm going to be fair with you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
So that was the second incident.
The first you acknowledged, was it truthful that you were referencing the argument that she had with this other lady?
I don't know. One of the incidents, the more serious incident that happened before the egging, it's alleged that Ms. Spicer stabbed a tenant's door with a knife and cut her screen. And the testimony will show that Ms. Spicer was standing in the parking lot in the early hours of the morning yelling for this woman named Sierra. So she said Sierra, so I assumed there was some kind of altercation with this other tenant named Sierra. I don't know what that altercation was about.
Ma'am, you cannot interrupt. Just let him finish. I promise you, I'm going to give you time to speak.
So the witness is going to testify that she was woken up by Ms. Spicer yelling in the parking lot about this other tenant named Sierra, that she had a knife and that the tenant's screens were cut on her windows and that her door was stabbed. We have evidence, picture evidence of the door with marks in it cut out from the stabbing.
So you got her engaged in an argument, egging a car, and stabbing a screen.
And a door.
And a door.
Yes, sir. There was the first incident was from 2013, December. It was.
Of 2013?
Yes, it was the first incident. So, and it was also damaging of patio screens and
Which one was from 2013?
The one I just mentioned. These two are from 2025, April of this year. So nothing was done
Slow
about
down.
the 2023.
The 2023 is the screen cut.
It was a damage to a screen. I don't know if it was cut or not. We can get evidence of the.
So I just want to make sure I've got this straight.
I understand. The 2023 incident was issued, a warning was issued, but no action was taken. No action was taken.
Slow down.
The
You need to slow down.
Sure.
You told me 2013.
No, it was 2023.
So the screen cutting and door stabbing happened in 23.
No, 25, April of this year.
All right, which one happened in 23?
It was a disturbing the peace and destruction of a screen patio. I don't know how it was damaged, but it was another screen being damaged. But like I said.
All right, I don't mean to sound simple here.
Sure.
You got an egging, you got a screen being cut and a door being stabbed in 25, right?
Correct.
And the other thing you've got is her arguing with somebody in 23 or 25?
Well, the arguing preceded the door and screen incident and the egging, I would assume, in 25. The incident in 23 was.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Is this other lady still living there?
Which other lady?
The one that she allegedly got in the argument and whose car she egged. Is there a car? Was it a car?
Yeah. It was
Okay.
I got pictures of it.
Ma'am, I'm gonna try to help you if you won't, if you don't, this is a courtroom right now. We're not in a bar. Mr. Lechner.
Yes, sir.
How long ago did these 2025 incidents occur?
April.
All right, so we're here in September, close to September. You're talking about 8 months, 8.5. Has anything else transpired?
4 months, Your Honor.
Well, yeah, right. Okay, what am I thinking? Jeez. Wait, time's fine. 4 months. Has anything else transpired in that time?
It hasn't, Your Honor, but this would have been, I don't know if the court remembers, Ms. Spicer didn't show up for a hearing in July. She was defaulted and she filed a motion to set aside the default. So this would have been handled over a month ago, but for that. So it's not that the owner's management was sleeping on their
No,
rights.
I'm not saying you were. I'm not suggesting that. Forgive me if you're taking it that way. That's not the way I intended it. This lady, her name is what? The victim on these incidents?
Well, we don't have the car that was we don't have the owner of the car. The woman whose door was stabbed, she's on Zoom testifying.
Well, wait a minute. You don't have the person who egged the car. You don't have any witnesses to establish she egged the car.
We do. We have someone from management who watched her egg the car here today.
Okay. So you got somebody to testify that she egged the car.
Yes, sir.
You got somebody else to testify that her door got stabbed.
Yes, sir.
And this individual whose car she egged, that was a relation. This was an assault between her cousin and this lady. Did I understand that correctly? Yes?
And management didn't do anything about it.
Well, wait a minute. Did anybody give thought to call the police?
My cousin did. She went to the hospital.
She called the police?
Yeah, and she went to the hospital.
Did she get,
got a seizure.
did the other person get charged?
Not at all.
All right, but here's the thing. You cannot take the law into your own hands, young lady. You don't get to be judge and jury out there, ma'am. Have there been other problems with this tenant?
This is Daniel Workman. He's the regional manager.
What's your name, sir?
Daniel Workman?
Workman?
Yes.
Have there been other incidents with this young lady?
To the best of my knowledge, just those 3 incidents.
Well, the one goes back 2 years, right?
December of 23, yes.
All right, so a year and a half, year and 8 months. Can you not, I'm just asking, I shouldn't be getting involved. I'm the fact finder here. But it doesn't sound like it's been that horrific. I'm not saying she has the right to play FBI agent on her own and start engaging in conduct that's illegal as retribution for the fact that her cousin got assaulted allegedly. But you don't have the right to do that. You know that, right? Right?
Yes, I do.
Now, don't admit that you did anything here because there's criminal ramifications. Can you guys not consider a dismissal with the understanding that she's going to engage in wholesome conduct and not act like she's a police officer? You know you weren't a police officer, right? Well, you can't do these things. You cannot do these things.
I understand.
I hope you do. You can't, you seem like a nice girl. Do you work?
I do tattoos.
Okay. I mean, do you work at that? I mean, you make money?
I'm mostly doing for family right now because I'm practicing still.
Do you have another job?
Not at the moment.
How are you eating? Do you have kids?
I have a 3-year-old.
How are you eating? I want somebody, pardon?
I get food assistance and like my family help me.
Did you graduate high school? You gotta find a good job. Now, I don't mind if you do tattoos, if that's what you're gonna, that's fine, if that's what you can make a living at. You got a 3-year-old as the father in the in the life of the child? No? Right? He's not? You have to answer out loud.
No.
You got to be careful. There's a bunch of irresponsible people out there, right? Think they can have kids and leave them. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but that's a different whole story. Would you think about doing that?
Your Honor, what I can do is I spoke with Mr. Workman. He can't make that offer right now. He has to round up the chain of command. So
do you understand? You're not out here. I get it. Do you understand that you don't get to engage in conduct because you disagree with what the management company did or the police are or are not doing?
I totally agree.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Well, you can't do this. Don't act like that. Seriously, please. How old are you?
I'm 23.
You got 70 years ahead if you want them. 65 minimum.
And since the situation, I've been trying to save myself and not getting anything.
Okay, I get it, but just try to learn a lesson, you know? We all go through life and we make mistakes. And if somehow, some way they do this, just try to learn a lesson from it. Listen, we all continue to learn. All of us, every single day, how to treat people better, how to do, but you can't do that. If you want to be a police officer, go to the police academy. But you don't have the right to inflict damage on others because somebody did something you don't think they should have done, and somebody else failed to take some action that you feel that they should have taken, whether it's the police or the management company. Are we with one another?
Yes.
How long of an adjournment do you need?
I don't. It was 10 minutes, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, make your calls. I hope I'm making sense to you.
No, I get it. I do get it. I just,
Okay,
I acted out of impulse.
all right, well, don't admit anything. Don't admit to anything. Those are criminal actions. And you don't want to admit to anything in here, okay? Now, if you get sworn to an oath, I'm going to probably tell you need a lawyer because you're going to incriminate yourself by testifying, yes, I egged the car, or yes, I stabbed the door or cut a screen, or a combination thereof. So don't say anything against your interests right now. I'm going to try to help you, but you got to promise me if I go out of my way like this, that if somehow, some way they do this, that you're going to act like a nice resident. And you're not going to look for trouble, and you're not going to mess with management or anybody else.
I've been doing everything I can to fix.
Okay, all right, listen, we all make mistakes. Honestly, it's okay. Go relax, take a deep breath, get a drink of water. He'll come back in here in a few minutes. I'll be ready here, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, stay seated. I'm sorry. Recalling Owners Management versus Spicer, 2502423. Mr. Lechner?
Yes, Your Honor. I had an opportunity after Mr. Workman spoke with the new regional manager, made the following offer of conditional dismissal of Ms. Spicer, and she chose to accept it. The terms are that the case will be dismissed as of today. And then under paragraph 3, it's going to state that further conditions parties agree to a 6-month probationary period should tenant have any further violation of the lease within the next 6 months through the end of, basically through the end of February 2026. Plaintiff will file a 7-day notice to quit along with any other pleadings in paragraph 4A to reinstate this matter. The parties specifically waive the 54-day rule.
56-day rule.
56-day rule. I did not explain 56-day rule to Ms. Spicer.
Ma'am, I'm going to explain this to you. Do you understand that the case will be dismissed today?
Yeah.
Do you understand you're going to be on a probationary period? The case will be conditionally dismissed. So long as you don't violate any of these rules and regulations, the 6-month probationary period will elapse. The case will remain dismissed. If you do something in violation of the rules and regs, then they can file a separate affidavit or motion to set aside the dismissal, prepare a new Well, actually, it should be, you said a 7-day notice to quit?
I said a 7-day notice, given where we are with this, it shouldn't be a 30-day notice since we're.
Well, actually, you don't even have to file a 7-day notice. You can just
Reinstate the case.
motion to reinstate. Then put it this way. I don't want to interject, but I'm going to. If defendant violates any of the rules and regulations, plaintiff may file a affidavit and motion to reinstate the case, at which point the court will reinstate the case, and then we'll go through trial if we need to. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, since you're unrepresented, you have 3, now this can be a conditional dismissal. So you're agreeing to this?
Yes.
Do you understand you have 3 business days, even though it's not a judgment, since you're unrepresented by a lawyer, to file a motion to set aside the dismissal, and you also have 10 days to appeal this. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Mr. Lechner, how do you propose to carry this out? Are you going to email it to her?
I'm drafting it right now. I asked Ms. Spicer for her permission to sign her name electronically to the conditional dismissal she gave. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I'm going to show her I'm going to show her after I'm done typing this up. Then I can e-file it with the court.
Perfect. Ms. Spicer, stay out of trouble over there. Mind your P's and Q's, will you please?
Yes.
All right? So I wish you well. I really do. I don't want to see you back here on a violation of that, okay?
Sure.
Thank you. Good luck. Can you call in those other guys?
Hey, thanks for watching.
I'm talking to you now. I'm telling you, I'm not going to do this all the time with you guys. I'm telling you right now, I find it tragic, but that's for you folks to figure out at some point. All right. Go on record. People against Alyssa Ann Cosby, 5B147119.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mark Carter, and Ms. Cosby.
Good afternoon, Mr. Hart. Ms. Cosby, your name?
I'm sorry.
Your name?
Elisa Cosby.
So there's a charge of failure to refrain from having contact, direct or indirect, with Justin Cole and his family. How is she going to proceed?
She's prepared to plead guilty to the violation, but we got that information.
Ma'am, if you plead guilty here, I want you to understand that would be deemed a violation of the no contact provision, even though you have no prior violations at all. You could have your probation revoked, the conviction entered, and you'd be subject to a 90-day jail term. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And did you sign an advice of rights form here today?
Not today, yes, the other day, yes.
Okay. You're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty by preponderance of the evidence. You have the right to question their witnesses. Mr. Cole, you can have a seat. When I'm ready for you, I'll call you up here, okay?
I want to be on this.
I know. I understand.
Yeah.
All right. If you plead guilty, you're giving up your right to a contested hearing. You're waiving your right to a hearing of any kind, to bring in your own witnesses, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses, to testify or remain silent. And you'd be giving up your rights of any kind to a hearing, and then we'll proceed to sentence. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. To the charge that you fail to refrain from having contact, direct or indirect, with Justin Cole and his immediate family. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you have contact with him?
Yes, not physical, but.
Yes, I was in the same.
I saw the video. I was given the video. Have you seen the video?
Yeah.
So the probation officer sent it to me this morning. I just took a look. So to the charge that you failed to refrain from having contact with Justin Cole, how do you plead? And his family?
Guilty.
Did you have contact with him?
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
What kind of contact did you have? Is it fair to say you were yelling and screaming at him in a residence where he was? Is it fair to say or not? If not,
Yes.
okay. Anybody force you to plead guilty or promise anything to induce you to plead guilty?
No.
All right, I'm going to accept the guilty plea. Mr. Cole, you can come up here, sir.
Thank you, Aaron. You can just stand right over there by the microphone.
Just give me 1 second. Your name, sir?
Justin Blair.
All right, so I'm gonna ask them to allocute. I'm gonna ask her if she has anything to say, and then I'll come to you. Mr. Hart?
Judge, the circumstances surrounding the event were basically as follows. My client's father had just died. They were out having lunch. She's a diabetic. She needed insulin. She didn't have her insulin with her. So she and her husband went to her father's house because he used to use insulin also. She went there basically for the purpose of talking to her mother about the funeral arrangements and to get a shot of insulin. Unbeknownst to her, both of her brothers were in the house when she got there. She didn't immediately turn around and walk out the door. She went ahead and got the shot of insulin she needed, and then an argument ensued. That's where we're at.
Anything you would like to say? What day was this, by the way?
Monday, the 21st. Father passed on the
Of July?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Anything you would like to say?
I went there, me and my mother and my husband was at the cemetery. We left there, we got lunch, and I didn't have my insulin, so I went to my mom's. When I went in, I didn't see Justin. I only see my mom and Chelsea and Nikki. I went straight to the bathroom, then I got the insulin. I went straight to my father's room, kind of broke down for a minute, and then I went to the living room. And that's when we had an argument. I actually had an argument with my other brother.
Was he the one sitting on what appeared to be a lazy boy? Or not?
Which he?
I didn't see the video.
And what?
In answer to your question, Judge, I think this gentleman was the one that was taking the video and he was videoing my client talking to her other, yelling at her other brother.
Right, the one, it appeared that the other brother was he sitting on a lazy boy?
No, he was sitting right next to me. The one that was on the board was just a cousin of ours, but he was sitting right next to me, so right.
Okay,
He was right next to him on the couch.
all right, go ahead.
And that's just, with the argument started because, me and my other brother had a disagreement. So I really wasn't arguing with him.
You guys, I don't get this. I'm serious. You lose a father, and now you guys in the midst of that, at the one time you should be able to bond. I mean, you guys are like the Hatfields and McCoys, and I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. So you have a tragedy in your life that should bring you together, and your father was sick for a while, right?
10 years.
What do you have to say, Mr. Cole?
I think to make you understand better, the situation, my father had passed away and
I'm sorry about that too, by the way.
and I appreciate that very much. Me and him are very close, and I think a lot of this fighting stems from me and my father being as close as we were. The couple days before this, when we went to the funeral home, I understand exactly what you said. We had a tragedy death, and I put everything to the side, even though she wasn't allowed to be around me. She was at the funeral home. She said it in a meeting, and I was okay with that because I wanted everybody to be
right.
There for my father. She, just regardless of what we could try to figure out that day, it was like I was doing something wrong. She wasn't gonna let me do this, wasn't gonna let me do that, wasn't gonna do this. It was trying to create an issue. We moved past that day, and it was kind of a messy day. The following that next day, we went to my brother's house where we could talk about who's gonna be doing what. And she had just multiple outbursts in front of my daughters. She called me a demon, and all I kept saying to her is, I'm devastated still at this point of my father. there was a lot of stuff that she did before that kept me away from my father with a probate hearing that should never happen. But all I can tell her is I don't want to fight over this stuff. I just want to get this done. And for my father, I want him to, I want this to be a nice day for him. She states my mom, she's not letting me or my PITCH wife hit anything and over her dead body. And it was just multiple attacks, and to the point where she had her sons attack me, and then she left. And all I could do is sit there and bear through that. And I like I said, I put down everything like you said, because my father would get this over with, and let her sit on that. And then following later that day, we were at my mother's house. She walked right in the front door. There's no way to miss us. She knew we were there. She talked to my mom before she got there, and she pulled up like a man. She came, ran in there, and physically attacked me. And there was a group text message that was in the video where
I didn't see her physically attack you.
Oh, I'm sorry, verbally attacking.
Okay. There is a difference, but I get it.
Yes, yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, fair enough.
The reason she verbally attacked me was because there was a group message around that time of what was going to go on with Dad's funeral arrangements, that she was having outbursts in that. And I just said, am I the only one seeing her attacking me? Like, can we please tell her stop? And that's what you see in the video of her going off on me. But I was just telling her, you can't message me like that, you can't text me and stuff like that, especially the stuff that's going on. You see in the video how she acted. That was basically my brother trying to defend her, like basically saying you need to stop. Like this is, our father's not here no more. Like this is not what we should be going through. And it was just personal attacks against me and my daughter witnessing this. All the way to the point where I started recording because I didn't feel safe that she could say something to get me arrested for something I didn't do. So I started videotaping so you would be able to see that I didn't do that, just sitting there, and I did hit her because that's what she likes to say. So in the video, it's shown for her to walk outside and screaming that I beat her to the floor, my brother beat her to the floor, we all three pretty much jumped her. It never happened, but that's why I videotaped so the police would understand I never touched her. And the reason she did that is she told my mother that she won't be at the funeral. I paid for my father to be buried. I had to pay that, and it's dignifying. She said the day that my father passed away, she would pay a penny. For me to have to pay that and then being put in jail, which is the reason I recorded that she couldn't have false accusations and have me sitting in jail and I not be able to live my father. That was the motive behind it. After she left, we obviously called the police just so everything was stated to the police what happened. She had her sons pull up, and that's another essence to the probation officer, where her son physically attacked. She told her son that
That's irrelevant to this report.
She told her son that I attacked her, and he came in and physically attacked me in front of my kids. We had a fist fight over this.
Wait a minute, slow down. Who attacked you?
Her son. All three of her sons.
Judge, if I can confirm, I do have a police report from Brownstown that Ms. Cosby's son did attack Justin Pohl. There's a police report regarding it, and her son was charged with assault. That case is currently pending at this point.
And again, I'm just trying to go through understanding my father passed away. And it was enough for me to do that, but my daughter tried to physically see this. They were crying and video screaming like for it to stop. And it didn't happen just that time. Following 2 days after that, she had another person attack me and almost hit me with a pipe, and I ducked and knocked a hole in my vehicle.
Oh my Lord.
And you're right, it is a crazy situation, but I want you to understand that I'm just staying away from her. I didn't even talk to her. I just tried to do what we had to do for this. And I'm physically and mentally attacked all the time.
You guys are not gonna stop until
It's not you guys, I don't.
I'm just telling you. I saw this before at the time of sentence. They cut you a break, they gave you disorderly, they could have charged you with a felony and convicted you of a felony. I mean, there was a video, I don't know if you're aware of this, showing there was no, she alleged that Mr. Cole pointed a gun at her. They had a surveillance video, it was in the parking lot of the Brownstown Police Department. He made the report, she made a report that he had, and then I'm going by memory to an extent, that he had pointed a gun at her. The video did not show any gun. And besides that, they then went through and searched the car and did not find a gun. So they cut her a break, they give her disorderly person. It's taken under 771.1. This is almost a replay of the nonsense I heard before. I don't think you want to quit, and I gotta tell you, you didn't sound too ladylike. Let me just put it
I'm very
kindly.
ashamed of that. I'm very ashamed of
Well,
that.
but it did not seem like that was something, I'm just trying to talk to you right now, ma'am. I don't know what to do with you, I really don't. That did not seem like something that was out of the ordinary for you. Now, we all have bad days, we all make mistakes, I get it. But your language, whatever, if that's the way you talk, I don't know what to tell you. But you didn't have the right to be there and have contact with them. And I think everybody here has to figure out what is going to go on here in this family. Maybe one of you need to move to Iron Mountain and the other one to Key West, and you just agree to not communicate anymore. I have no clue. What?
My client actually lives 4 hours up.
I know she does.
She was only down here because of the death of her father. She went right back up there after this event occurred. There's been no contact since. So I would ask the court to take that into account, because it sounds to me as though there will be virtually no reason to have any contact, and she's 4 hours away. What I would ask the court to do, and I think the probation officer is in agreement with this, is she's paid off all her fines and costs. She's done all of her community service. The proof of that has been provided to the probation department. She was scheduled to be up for a 3-month review sometime soon, if I'm not mistaken, as part of what was originally a 6-month delay of sentence following her plea. So I would ask the court to continue her on the 771, leave all the other conditions of the bond or probation in place. And given that there's very, very little likelihood they'll have any other contact, we should put an end to it. She wouldn't have been here, but even within 200 miles of here, but for the fact that her dad had died.
Yeah, may I say something as well?
Mm-hmm.
Again, I've also said attention a couple of times, she doesn't live up north, she lives in Monroe and Adrian. She lives down here. She doesn't live 2.5 hours away. We're not talking about it. I understand that, but we have so upset.
But you have been down here. You told me that at one of the other court hearings before your father had passed, that you were spending some time down here.
My husband's father passed 12 days before mine, and my granddaughter was born premature on the 8th of July. She's only 1 pound.
All right, let him finish though. You were interrupting him. Go ahead.
The father-in-law she's talking about actually lives up in Lucenberger, but she's down here, and she did say on the record that she is good down here. She stays down here, and I just want that to be known, because I feel like the court is kind of understanding that to her extent to work in her favor, but really it's she lives here, and I just want to be on the record that she's here, and she can have an altercation with me at any time. That's why I was so. I remember last time you was upset with me as well, Judge, that I was upset about her probation, and that was because I feel like she could get to me at any given time or have someone get to me. And I didn't mean to make you upset, that's what I was thinking. That the 6-month probation and kind of like her basically working in her favor, being so far away and telling me this stuff, that it makes it easier for her to do what she's doing right in this area. She also told me on the last party, I believe, that her lawyer had a baby, and
I've heard enough of all this. Lisa, I want you to give me another review hearing date I'm extending probation 3 months, so I want you to give me one till March. Listen to me very carefully. I'm talking to you now. I'm telling you, I'm not going to do this all the time with you guys. I'm telling you right now, I find it tragic, but that's for you folks to figure out at some point. I'm extending your probation for 3 months until March 19th. I'm going to give you a new review hearing date. You're going to pay additional costs of $100. All other terms and conditions of probation remain in full force and effect, and you're going to serve 2 days on the court work program, and you're going to pay $70 for that. All fines, costs on this are due by, I'll give you until October 1st. If you can pay earlier, great. If you can't, that's fine. We'll schedule you 2 days on the court work program. You're always acting like the victim, Ms. Cosby. From what I've been able to discern so far, you've been the aggressive one. You can buy it, not like it. but that's just the way it is. There's no doubt in my mind you filed a false report of a felony and should have been charged with and convicted of that felony. I wish you well. I'm hoping you're going to turn things around. It's tragic to me that people go through this kind of nonsense when something as important happens as the parents die.
May I address one issue?
Sure. Oh, I got to give you a review hearing date. My apologies too. Go ahead, Mr. Hart.
The same day as the event that brings us back to court today occurred, she, after the argument with whatever was going on in the house, she actually had a heart attack and went to the hospital. And she's still recovering from that heart attack. So I'm not so sure she can do work.
Okay, well, she's going to do the work program, but you're not going to have to do it as long as you're recovering. So I'm going to tell you, don't schedule that until at least November. If there's a cardiologist that tells us differently, then I'm going to be reasonable about it. Lisa, give me a new review hearing date, please.
March 4th of 26 at 9 o'clock.
And just so you know that I'm telling you, if this happens again.
So I know last part that you said that she is first, second, third, fourth party contact with me, which I've been physically assaulted. Everything
Okay,
that happens,
listen.
she would have bring her toothbrush. She's not going to jail. She's
Mr. Cole, I'm doing what I believe to be the right thing. That's what I do when I come in here every single day. Okay? That's what I'm doing. If there's some evidence that comes out that she directed somebody to come and assault you or encouraged them to assault you or aided them in that, that's a different issue. That's my decision. You guys will have to live with it. I wish everybody well. Good to see you, Mr. Hurt.
Good to see you too, Judge. Take care.
Thank you.
Hey,
Well, I'm going to call that right here. Just remember, everybody, I broadcast at 3 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time, 4 o'clock Eastern Time, every day of the week, bringing you different courts, different judges, and different cases. So you have a wonderful, what's up your Sunday evening. I will see you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock p.m. So ta-ta and ciao-ciao. I will see you again really, really soon.